In one of my previous videos where I put Zoro and Sanji up against Kizaru, I promised that I would scale Zoro and Sanji. So in this video, I'm going to go over Sanji's scaling. And this is going to be a very in-depth video. I'm going to be going over basically all of his important feats and explaining to you why they're so impressive and where he will be at in power. So strap in because there's going to be a lot of Sanji glazing. Before I get into the video, I got to pull you guys up on something real quick. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, that's YouTube telling me that 85% of you guys aren't subscribed. But at first I was like, you know what, let me start attacking these guys, but you know what, I'm gonna come here with a very, very good solution. The solution is a deal. If you guys make it to the end of the video and you enjoy it, you like and subscribe. I mean, look, it's a win-win. You guys get more content like this, so do it! That's enough of my rambling. Let's actually get into the video now. To begin, we're obviously going to have to go over the metrics that we scale characters in One Piece by, which is obviously AP, durability, battle IQ, hacks, and whatnot. There's also like narrative and betrayal, but for today, we're just going to move that to the side and focus on feats. So out of the main metrics, we have AP, speed, durability, battle IQ, endurance, and hacks. And out of all of them, we're going to start with AP, as we always do. So to start, we're going to go over AP. And I believe that AP isn't even Sanji's most underrated asset, but I do think it is a very underrated asset of Sanji's. Sanji has shown us that he can obliterate Light, bully Seraphim, and absolutely bully Queen as well. I know a lot of people have been like, Queen, really, you're flexing Queen? But hold on, let me real quick. So it's come to my attention that a lot of One Piece fans love Marco, and obviously I love Marco too, but you guys really overrate him when it comes to scaling, and I'm going to show you why Sanji is basically his superior in everything. And obviously as we're on AP right now, we're going to go over AP. So for Sanji obviously showed us that he could obviously beat Queen, so he was damaging him heavily, but you see Marco, alright, let's get into Marco's scaling real quick. Marco, somebody who is regarded as one of the best commanders in the series, wasn't even able to put that much hurt on Queen when he was off guard. Are we okay, you guys need to understand that it's stated, literally stated, and it is shown all throughout Wano that off guarding someone is a massive thing, yet Marco wasn't even able to put the hurt on Queen. Are we seeing what we're doing here? So as you can see, Marco not being able to damage Queen that much to then Sanji being able to absolutely brutalize him, we're starting to see the gap in power here. On top of that, we have somebody like OT who was able to take a combined homies attack, all of them combined while off guard, and she still gets back up. Mind you, this is after taking an ACOC Yamato attack. Like, are we really seeing what Sanji's being able to damage here? Then you have him being able to obliterate Light, and that is something that not even Kizaru thought was possible. To put it in comparison, Rayleigh wasn't even able to obliterate Light. He was able to slash away Light, but not obliterate it. So right now, nobody has taken Sanji's full power aside from Luffy, and if you want to count that, then okay, cool. But like, Luffy was taking Kaido's strongest attacks. Not one of his strongest, no, he was taking his strongest attacks. I don't want to hear no, oh, if this person was in this situation, Luffy was told no, Luffy knew it was coming and he knew to block with Haki, he was in Gear 5. Let's not do this here. Do not use that to downplay Sanji. And with that misconception out of the way, I'm actually going to try to wrap up his AP here. Although I don't know the full extent of Sanji's AP, I do know where it does scale to, or not scale to, I know where it scales above. What we do know is that Sanji's AP is far above Light, and it is obviously above Big Mom's combined homies attacks and Marco's as well. And considering they're very highly regarded, I'd say Sanji is probably one of the better APs out there. I don't think it is among the best, but I do think that is higher than a lot of people think. AP is out of the way, let's get into speed. Now as we know, Sanji's speed is one of his greatest suits. From him moving so fast that he looks invisible, and then blitzing Light on 2 separate occasions, Sanji's speed is something different, and I'm going to let you guys know a little secret. On none of these occasions is Sanji using Diable Jambe or Ifrit Jambe. The one against Queen, he's literally without no Jambes and then just disappears and then activates Ifrit Jambe, and then against the Light attacks, he doesn't even activate any Jambes. Mind you, the lasers were already moving when he blitzes them on both occasions. Also, you remember when I was talking about Marco earlier? Let's bring Marco back in and let's really dog on Marco. I'm sorry for all the Marco fans out there, but let me just do this real quick. Marco, the little birdie, was in hybrid mode and he couldn't even disappear from Queen's sight while Queen was in base. But Sanji, without any Jambes, Sanji was able to disappear from Queen's sight. Do you know how insane that is? So far, we haven't even seen Sanji's proper top speed, as he hasn't activated his Jambes while running, so we don't actually know what his top speed is. But we do know that his top speed, nobody's ever called him at his top speed. I mean, even when he was running away from Saturn and Kizaru, he had no Diable Jambes active, he was just running away. Talking about that, let's actually get into his durability, because a durability feat from here does occur. When kicked in the head by Kizaru, Sanji immediately recovered, and what you need to understand is that Sanji not once since he's obtained his exoskeleton has actually been properly damaged. Now I know this is where you guys are, oh look, he's gassing, no wait, hold on, stay, let me explain myself real quick. See, there's this one time in Wano where Queen throws Sanji through a wall and everybody's like, oh yeah, he can be damaged, and I'm like, alright, cool. But we need to understand is that Sanji had the exact same reaction as Kaido did when he was getting damaged in quotation marks by Kid and Luffy. So that means as of right now, nobody has properly damaged Sanji in his exoskeleton form. I mean, you can crush his bones, you can do whatever, it's not doing much to him. And talking about bones, I'm going to use this as well to segue onto endurance. The fact that we can combine regeneration with Sanji's extremely sturdy exoskeleton is insane. As we've seen in the story, Sanji can survive getting crushed and obviously with his bones broken and just popping them back into place. We see Sanji get kicked by Kizaru and he's fine. We see Sanji get bit down by Nojiro and he's fine. We see Sanji get thrashed about by Queen and he's fine. Like, Sanji's durability and endurance combined is insane. And the misconception that a lot of people have is that Zoro and Sanji have bad stamina because of their new power-ups. I'm going to tell you this now. I don't think they have bad stamina. I'm going to get into it right now. Now, I know it's a Sanji video, so I want to focus more on Sanji. And I'm going to tell you right now, Sanji was fine for the whole of the raid. Alright, so this is a bit of a tongue twister. So from King to Black Maria to then Queen to then King and Queen to then back to Queen and then waking up to then obviously run around and be active again right after he beat Queen. Why are we doubting this guy's stamina? And his endurance is very good since he's able to just take all of his bones being crushed or whatever. Like, his endurance is extremely good. All of his busted stats, we then have his battle IQ. Sanji's battle IQ is very neglected when people talk about versus battles or just power scaling him in general. The reason I say that is because Sanji is very tactical and smart. He's able to think of things on the fly, and a lot of people don't really factor that in for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah, they don't. Meaning, if there is a way for Sanji to defeat you, he will find it. Okay, so now that we've covered like battle IQ, AP and whatnot, I'm going to go into his hacks. And obviously I've covered the exoskeleton, but I'm really going to delve into it here, the exact same with Diable Jambe. Now, out of his two major hacks, I'm going to go over his Jambes first, and I'm going to tell you right now, Sanji's Jambes are really OP. Sanji's Jambes can basically tell us where he's at with fire resistance, and I don't think a lot of people factor that in when talking about Sanji in scaling. Obviously, along with his Jambes increasing his speed and his AP, we also need to talk about the fact that Sanji can tank orange flames on his legs at all times, and then with the assistance of Haki and his exoskeleton, he's then able to obviously tank blue flames. Say this is very good is because anybody with blue flames or below just can't damage Sanji with obviously pure flame based attacks. So yes, Sabo, I'm looking directly at you. Kaido, I'm looking directly at you. Ace, I know you're dead, but I'm still looking directly at the hole in your chest. We know that you guys technically can't damage Sanji if he was able to just shoot off a flame attack right at him. And with me on this topic, I'm then going to shift onto his exoskeleton, because obviously in his eyebrows SPS, it is told to us that he does have fire resistance, meaning everything I just said, yeah, it's obviously backed up. Along with his fire resistance, his exoskeleton is tough enough to obviously tank Fishman Karate. He's obviously able to just take sword attacks to the face. He's able to take crushing attacks. Like, he's able to take a lot of punishment. And that's why I say that Sanji is one of the most developed bags in One Piece, because he does have a lot of things to counter things or just be immune to it and obviously keep it pushing. He's immune to a lot of attacks, and it only takes a certain amount of attack potency to actually put damage on him, and we haven't even seen that type of attack potency hit him yet, so we don't know what it could be. He's got the speed to keep up with anybody, he's got the AP to damage anybody, he's got the endurance to last. Sanji right now, in my opinion, is one of the most well-rounded fighters in the story. The only thing he doesn't have is like proper Haki feats to show how powerful his Haki is, but in my opinion, he's got so many other things there to the point where it's like his Haki feats don't really matter. And a lot of people think a great way to showcase how good your Haki is by using it to defend yourself, but Sanji won't be defending himself from anything anytime soon, since his exoskeleton does the job for him, which is why I don't think we're going to see it. Obviously, eventually, I think we're going to get a Haki feat from him, but as of right now, I don't think so. So to conclude, Sanji is a very well-rounded fighter, and I think he needs to get more respect. I think if we see him in a few more fights, where obviously the opponents have more like notoriety to their name, people are going to start to be like, oh, okay, wait, maybe we need to start respecting Sanji. But until then, I'm saying Sanji's one of the strongest commanders in the series right now. Aside from Mihawk and Kuzan, because I don't believe they're real commanders. Let's be real. Like, let's be really for real. I could definitely see Sanji in the top 3 behind Zoro and Ben Beckman. Honestly, I'm being dead serious right now. Oh, and by the way, we're not including Rayleigh. That guy's retired, man. Let him sit in his pension home, because obviously he doesn't like doing anything with his drunk self. But yeah, that should be the end of the video. If you guys liked it, you know what to do, like and subscribe. If you survived all that Sanji gas, I'm assuming you're a Sanji fan, so you know what to do, just like hit me with a little subscribe. And that'll be it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the Sanji glaze, because I've been wanting to get this Sanji glaze off of my chest. And I'm not gonna lie, this video was very unscripted, so I was probably rambling throughout the most of it, but yeah. Alright, let me stop wasting your time, and bye.
I know that ain't who I think it is.